folks? Juno 2000 here coming at you with a fucking rant. And yeah, this is gonna be the first rant on my videos because I know I've reviewed videos so far, but this is gonna be a huge motherfucking rant. And it's gonna be a rant on the 2019 piece of shit remake Black Christmas, released by Bumhouse, aka Blumhouse. I call him Bumhouse after they fucked over Michael Myers, and stay tuned for that in a couple months. Because when I get to Halloween ends, that's gonna be one motherfucking rant that I'm gonna go on a field day ranting on that piece of shit and how I passionately hate that movie, and how David Gordon Green fucked that franchise up, in my opinion. Fuck that piece of shit trilogy crap. I'll take Rob Zombie's Halloween and even Halloween 2, even though there's some fucking problems with Halloween 2. I'll rather watch that than any of those David Gordon Green's trilogy bullshit. Fuck those pieces of shit. But those will get rants. But today I'm gonna rant on the 2019 Black Christmas, which is somehow a remake of the original 74 classic directed by Bob Clark. And also, it's the second remake because we got a remake of it back in 2006. And that was a gory remake. But we get to this 2019, and it's a woke ass movie. And I seen a woke ass movie this year, Indiana Jones Dial of Destiny. I think that's a piece of shit. One of the worst Indiana Jones movie. And people want to still shit on Crystal Skull all they want. I don't give a fuck if people want to still shit on it, but I'll take Crystal Skull over that motherfucker, Dial of Destiny, because that piece of shit sucked. And I'm not gonna buy a 4K of that fucking bullshit. But this one is up there with Dial of Destiny, because this movie is fucking woke as shit. It's an hour and 32 minutes, but it felt like 3 fucking hours because I was bored as fuck with this movie. Nothing was interesting. Very forgettable characters that are annoying and just bitchy throughout the movie. Nothing great. Nothing just felt nothing interesting about it at all. It just felt like they just grabbed the Black Christmas name, slapped on it, and let's release this generic ass movie that has no connection to the Bob Clark classic or the 2006 remake. Nothing to do with anything from Black Christmas. They just probably just got this generic ass story that Bumhouse wanted to do, and then just, oh, let's slap Black Christmas. That's a big famous name for a movie, for a Christmas movie. So let's do it. That's what they just did. It was released by Universal and Bumhouse, and it's considered American slasher film, which is a boring ass slasher film at its best. It had a development of begin of filming back in June 2019, and it finished for 27 days of filming, and it got released on Friday the 13th of December 2019. So pretty much December 13 on 2019 it came out. And that Friday the 13th franchise is better than watching any of those Friday the 13th movies, is better than watching this bullshit. Because this movie sucks. And this movie flopped big time by getting $10.4 million at the box office and receiving a lot of it received a lot of negative reviews for good reasons, because this movie sucked ass. And it stars the only two actors I only seen in this movie, but there are two pretty talented actors, and I do see them in other movies. The lead girl actress is in the movie, played by Imogen Poots. You guys remember she was in a few other movies too. She was in the Friday Night remake. She was in the 28 Weeks Later movie, and she was in the Green Room movie with Anton Yelch, which is a very underrated and brutal A24 film with Patrick Stewart as a neo-Nazi leader, Anton Yelchin as a rock band trying to fight and survive. Even Imuji Pooj is like one of the girls that's trying to survive with Anton Yelchin fighting the skinheads. Like that was a good movie, very brutal fucking movie. She's a pretty capable actress, but she was stuck in this bullshit. And another actor that's great in this movie, Carrie Ells, the guy that played um Dr. Gordon in the Saw franchise, and he was one of the characters in Shadow of the Vampire with Willem Dafoe and John Malkovich. That's a very underrated vampire film. And he was the in the movie The Crush with Alicia Silverstone, where she's like the psychopathic teenage girl that's next door that wants to have sex with him, and she's all nuts and stuff. And Carrie Ells plays the neighbor that she disturbs in the movie. He's pretty good in that movie, and he's also the lead in the movie The Princess Bride with him and Andre Giant in that movie. That's a great one. I haven't seen Princess Bride in a while, but that's a better movie. Those are all the movies I said. Those are better movies than this piece of shit, and those are two talented actors that are in this one. And yeah, they had really not much to do for these. The characters that are just written, they're just in generic. They're just written to be generic characters and stuck in this piece of shit movie. And even the other actors, I have no idea who the fuck the other actors are, because those were the only two actors I know in the movie. But the other actors, I have no fucking clue who the fuck everybody else was. I had no clue. And yeah, this movie is just fucking stupid. I'm just admitting, this movie is just fucking stupid. It has jump scares, like Bumhouse does every fucking movie. They have to do jump scare with the loud ass music instead of like having the tension to be like build up. No, we gotta put like loud ass annoying sounds or CGI things that makes a big noise to scare the audience. Like like those Conjuring spin-off shit does that crap. The Grudge 2020, that's a piece of shit. That did that a lot of times. But yeah, the characters are one-dimensional dumbasses throughout the movie. The movie went on forever. Like for the first 10 minutes, it was just fucking boring. Nothing was going on. Of course, there's a girl that gets killed in the beginning because she thinks that somebody's stalking her. But it's one of those weird things where it's a killer wearing this robe shit and wearing like the mask that you would see in that Leonardo DiCaprio movie, that man with the iron mask, where he puts the iron mask on him. It looked like one of those cheap ass like version of that, like of that mask, but in like a cheap ass party city version of it. And that's it. And the guy just grabs an icicle from the piece of the ice and stabs her, and she's supposed to like form like an angel snow, and I don't know. And that's the opening of the movie, and the movie goes on for 10 more minutes. Like I was just bored of this motherfucker. And yeah, I written stuff down what was going on in this movie. Like nothing goes on. Imuji Pooj is like this girl that recovered from rape, and that's the subject about this movie. It's only about sorority girls being very woke, putting down guys, saying that all men are fucking terrible and us women should be standing up and fighting our fucking powers. I know it's the message is about like, oh, there's rape in sorority houses and frat boys' houses. That happens. I know that's a real shit, but you don't need this in a motherfucking horror movie, okay? Put that in like a Lifetime movie, put that in a fucking drama movie, but stay that out of the fucking, I have that shit out of the fucking horror movie genre. I do not want to see that shit. I'm sorry if people, because I don't want people, because if people are recovering from that shit, it's gonna just fucking distress them from seeing that shit, okay? Like, it's like, is that supposed to fucking help? Like, that's my opinion. I think that's fucking stupid because you're just gonna offend people that are dealing with that shit, and you're putting in your fucking bullshit ass shitty movie that you're making. Like fuck out with that shit, woke shit. Give us just a horror movie, even if it's a piece of shit. stupid horror movie. Give us like a normal movie, not this woke ass piece of shit that we got. So of course she plays this character who I think she's supposed to be like a remake version of Olivia Hussey's character, but no connection to Black Christmas, no connection to Billy at all, or not even Agnes, not even Agnes being a killer in this movie. So most of the time I was just writing what the hell was going on in this movie, and I just kept cussing on this paper, like the notes. I was thinking, this movie fucking sucks. What the fuck is happening with this shit? And of course, they go on about Carrie Ells is a teacher. He's a professor in this movie, and he talks about what's the meaning of men, how do we treat each other. About this author who wrote the story about men, and then you get this girl that's just pretty much shitting on men and stuff. The black girl that you see in this movie that wants to petition him about getting the professor fired for some fucking reason that we never got no fucking clue what the hell she was accusing of, because I didn't really give a fuck about this movie at all because this movie stinks like shit. But yeah, they go to a coffee shop that the Emoji Pooch character works at. And her character name is Riley, so I can make it easier what her character name is. So she works at a cafe, meets up with a kid named Landon, who's like trying to be nice to her and trying to hook up with her. And yeah, they go and see this other kid, the frat boy, who I don't know if he's involved with her sexual assault because they keep mentioning that she was a sexually assaulted victim in the movie and she was drugged. But yeah, that goes on. Whatever. Fucking boring story. And then there's a dance scene where they just go all fucking woke in this shit. This is the wokest fucking scene that I ever seen. And it's about them singing about rape. About how they got drugged by the frat boys and they got raped in the frat house. Like they keep saying, no, I got raped in the frat house. What the fuck, man? Like seriously, what the fine fuck was that bullshit? That was fucking stupid. Like this is supposed to be a horror movie, and we're singing, "I'm in the frat house and I got raped, I got drugged, ho ho ho." Like I wasn't there. Like, what the fuck is this bullshit? Where the fuck is the horror movie? Where is the logic of this being Black Christmas? Because this motherfucker does not even look like Christmas. I mean, not Black Christmas. Like, where the fuck does this have to do with anything with the Black Christmas story? Where is Billy? Where is the Agnes character? If they want to do something like a remake, why not just have Agnes as killer or something and just cut this fucking woke shit? But no, they want to just shove this crap out. Oh, instead of like Agnes or Billy being involved in the story, no. It's not a remake of those. It's just about, oh, let's put men down, and then the killers are these cult people, and they turn out to be guys attacking them and trying to kill them with bow and arrows, with icicle knives, or any other thing that's sharp that's trying to kill them. Yeah, just getting all fucking woke in this shit. I'm sorry for cursing so much, folks, but this movie fucking sucks. I'm sorry. And yeah, I'm tearing this movie a new ass because how fucking bullshit this movie is. And I seriously just wrote it down right here. What the fuck does this have to do with Billy or Black Christmas or anything? And this movie's PG-13, so it shows how Bumhouse wants to put a lot of PG-13 movies nowadays, and they fucking suck. And this movie blows. It's trying to be like violent or something, but it's not really giving a shit about the violence and stuff because of who the killers are. They're just the cold people, like the boys, the frat boys that are the men that are terrible that they bring to the message about the movie. And they just pretty much talk about rape, then not talking about Billy or being scared of Billy or being scared of Agnes. They want to do something different where, okay, now Agnes is the killer. She's the main one killer in this movie. Nothing like that. That would have been an interesting story than this stupid cold frat house woke rape bullshit. Fuck this stupid story. But on this movie is just very bad. Like they just put down guys in these movies, and yeah, throughout the movie, you're not even getting nothing scary about it. They're just stupid characters that just putting guys down, putting guys down. What's the logic of that being a scary movie? Because the original, you got Billy stalking the sorority sisters, and you're getting the disturbing phone calls, and you're scared by who Billy is because you only see his hand and his POVs, and you see him creepily crawling everywhere and killing them disturbingly. You don't even see Billy, and he kills them scarily, like more disturbing. That gives you more of a scare factor. Of course, the remake from 2006 was terrible, but and not terrible. I mean, I have mixed bags with it because I already gave my thoughts about it, but that's better. But this movie is just terrible. And then the characters are just very dumb throughout this movie. The characters are just so freaking stupid. They don't even try to kill any of the like the killers that are trying to attack them. They just stupidly just swing the knife, like, and then they get attacked for some reason. Like, come on, are you that stupid? Like, you can't really like stab them in the throat. You can't stab them in the neck or anything. So yeah, you have to stupidly just swing, and then they're just gonna grab your arm. Like, how stupid are you guys? Like, all these characters are so freaking stupid and fucking idiots throughout this movie. And the characters, of course, they try to fight these robes. And of course, there's an argument scene where, oh, you should have not posted this video. Oh, we were trying to put our women message out there to show that we are not trying to be left alone and trying to fight. And we're trying to fight against those guys that raped us or put us down. So men are horrible. Even one character goes and shuts the character up. Like, okay, you guys, you're putting down men, but like, was it opposite of you? We guys, if guys would put down women, and they're like, oh, say something sexually about them. No, they want to just disclose that and think, oh, women's are right and men are terrible. I'm like, that is some stupid ass annoying logic right there, being very woke and making your movie look stupid. And it has this movie just is boring and it's crappy. Of course, they get attacked by the killers. And one scene, Riley is like suffocating one of the killers, putting a plastic bag over their head, trying to suffocate them. And that's the same way Billy killed Claire in the original movie opening, where he killed her by putting the bag over her head and suffocating her, and then having her dead body with the plastic bag over her face, suffocated in the rocking chair in the attic. That's the same. That was like a reference to that better movie. In that movie, and this movie is crap, plain dog shit. The original is much better. It's a badass old school slasher movie. I do not see anything bad about the original movie. The remake 2006 has some flaws, but I rather watch that. That has some, you know what? At least there was some gore to it. At least there's some more tension to it. At least it has a nice setting. At least it's not like 10 minutes talking about men are terrible, women are right. No, it didn't have those two movies did not have that bullshit. And then of course they go and see the who it is, these cold people, and it turns out they're the frat boys, and one of them's the leaders of the boys is the bully character that keeps like trying to harass Riley and just pretty much being a dipshit to her. And then Carrie Ells is the cult leader of this group, the professor that he plays. He's the leader of this group. And yeah, no surprise because of how They keep saying he's a bad guy, like he's creepy, and the black sorority sister wants to like get him fired. No wonder, because that gave too much of a freaking predictable. It was predictable. I knew he was gonna be the killer because of how obvious. And of course, when Riley got kidnapped, they were about to kill her, but they killed the girl that pretty much ratted them and betrayed them. But she was a dumbass herself, and they just broke the girl's neck. Like one of the girls that sorority sisters that betrayed them. Like she was so dumb that they just betrayed her. Like they didn't like they she betrayed them, but she gets her neck snapped by the cool people because she's such an idiot in this movie. Like, what do you expect? They're scumbag cold people. And then, yeah, they're about to kill Riley, and then, boom, an arrow comes to the guy that's trying to strangle Riley, kills the guy, the killer. Then it turns out it's the black sorority sister and the other different sorority sisters that she picked up because there was other sorority sisters that were getting attacked too, and they have like bows and arrows and other weapons to fight the cold people. And even Landon, the cold people were trying to recruit Landon into the group, but I guess when Riley smashed the machine that had all this black goo or shit or something, I have no idea what it is. It was all sticky and slimy when she threw head the head statue that was bleeding black gooey shit or something. But the way it flew in the floor and broke, and then all this gooey shit flew, it looked like monster blood, but all black and gooey, dark color. Yeah, it looked like that black shit that came out of the Lutz toilet in the original Amityville horror. Remember when they're flushing the toilet and that black shit comes out of the toilet and clogs the toilet? It looked like something like that kind of nasty, gooey black stuff. But I guess because that got destroyed, the killers that are wearing the mask, they kind of lose their powers and they get overtaken by the Windmans. Of course, they have a fight. Now Landon, I guess, because the headaches that he's been getting, they kind of recruited him for that. But no, the headache goes away, and then he joins the fight and helps Riley and the girls to fight the sorority killers. I mean, the frat boys that are the cult ones. And yeah, they have a crappy fight. Nothing brutal or graphic. It's just because this movie's PG-13 and it's fake as shit. It's terrible. Nothing violent about this movie. So yeah, even the Blu-ray I checked, there's no unrated version because I like a lot of times Universal when they release these shitty Blumhouse PG-13 movies, they want to put the stupid unrated version, which a lot of times they're not even unrated versions at all. They're just like these cheap ass unrated crap where you don't even know what the hell is different. So yeah, all in all, they have a fight. Carrie Ells gets burned by the black girl, the one that wanted to fire him. She throws like some fire thing that like a candle or fire glass, and boom, it lights him on fire. So Carrie Ells gets burned, and then they have the fight with the other frat boys, and then the and then Riley and her sorority sisters, and the Landon, they make the escape, lock the frat boys into the room, and the place is all engulfed in flames, and the place is going up in smoke. And yeah, that's the end of the movie. I'm surprised they didn't even kill Landon because he was still wearing the robe. But yeah, that's the end of the movie. They just see the fire is burning the place, and the sorority boys or that are the cult members, killers, they just burn to death. That's it. And they see the house is all burning. So yeah, that was the 2019 fucking bullshit. 2019 crap. I will print some of these out so I could rip them in this camera because I did not want to waste money doing them in color because they don't need to be. Because usually when you print these stuff at the store at libraries, you have to put them in color. But no, this movie does not deserve to have this shit in color because this is how I feel about this motherfucking movie. Because this is how I feel about this fucking piece of shit that stinks like crap. And there's a second poster that I wanted to print out because this one has more like the characters on there. And so yeah, this movie, I just say fuck this piece of shit. This movie fucking blows. Fuck this piece of fucking shit. That movie fucking stinks. Like ass. So yeah. This movie was one of the most boring piece of crap. I stopped 2 times watching this movie because of how boring this movie was. This movie was terrible. I was bored as hell. What the hell was going on? They even have the woke ass argument about, oh, men are terrible. Why'd you put the video? Now we're getting attention because they're going after us. They're bothering us. Oh, so I wanted to make a statement of why men are terrible. Fuck out with that message. You're not bringing nothing with this crap. Like this like that stuff should be like in drama movies or Lifetime movies. Stay the fuck out of horror movies. That does not to be in horror movies. Horror movies are supposed to be enjoying stuff like the original Amityville Horror, the original Evil Dead, um, the original Nightmare on Elm Street, but this one's the Freddy's Dead, which this has entertainment for actor of it because it's funny as shit. You know, Freddy's a goofy ass dude, and he's entertaining. That's a better movie. That movie sucks. This movie, Corpse Bride, of course, you got the girl, the corpse girl Emily that Helena Bonham Carter voices, and she has a great performance. She's not like putting down Victor. Oh, you're wrong. I'm a woman. Like, no, you don't get that crap. This is a well done animated movie by Tim Burton, and great performance by Johnny Depp and Helena Bonham Carter in that one. That's a criminally underrated Tim Burton movie, and that doesn't have woke shit in it. And even the original Halloween, it was like straight up old school horror movie, slasher film. This does not even feel like a slasher movie at all. This movie stunk like shit. And yeah, I feel like I wasted my time watching this movie. But yeah, I don't really care about owning this movie. This movie's horrible. It's boring as hell. Thank goodness I didn't waste my money to go buy it on a crappy ass DVD. Thank goodness I watched it on the Look Movies website so I could just, okay, I don't need to own it. It's not with me because the only ones that I care about is the 1974 classic, and I don't mind the 2006 remake. So I have those two in my possession, and yeah. And I know they have the 2019 on Amazon and probably at the movie stores that I go to, but I don't really care about the 2019. I think this movie sucks, and it's one of the most woke ass movies that I ever seen. Yeah, I'm just like finally got my epic rant on this movie because this movie sucked. This was one of the most boring movies that I don't really care about existing. This movie does not exist to me. I remember seeing this on HBO and being really disappointed with this movie. And yeah, I just watched it and I stopped 2 times watching it because of how bad it was. I was like, I'm not really enjoying this movie. This movie fucking sucks. It's terrible. Yeah. And this movie doesn't even have nothing to do with Black Christmas. Like, what the hell does this have to do with Black Christmas? It has nothing to do with Billy. It doesn't have to do with Agnes. It doesn't have to do with, like, they even try to do a shitty phone call, but it's like a shitty, like, oh, quick second, like wink wink. Oh, remember the phone call from the original movie and then the 2006 remake? Yeah, you guys are just being dipshits at referencing the better movie and pretty much producing this piece of crap. So yeah, fuck this movie. I never gonna see this movie ever again. Thank goodness I got to see this for free. And yeah, I may review some franchises that movies have sucked. And of course, that Indiana Jones Dial of Destiny, that movie, I'm gonna say for a rant for another day, but fuck that woke ass movie. That's another movie that's woke, and they treat Indiana Jones like shit in that movie. But that's gonna be a rant for another day, and can't wait to do Halloween Ends because that's gonna be an hour fuel of ranting on that piece of shit. So yep, fuck the 2019 Black Christmas movie, and this one can just this one could just go to hell and just never exist. Cause this movie is bad. It's fucking bad, folks. I was just bored of this movie. And I would never rate this movie because I'm gonna give it a 0. I'm gonna just do this. I'm gonna give it a 0 out of 10 because fuck this movie up his ass because this movie is bad. And it has two talented actors that are in there. Imogen Pooch, who plays the lead, Riley, and then Carrie Ells that plays the professor. Those are two talented actors, but they're stuck in this piece of crap movie that's woke as shit. So yeah, this movie can go fuck itself, and yeah, and it's a stinking pile of shit, and yeah, it stunk, and it's boring. Hope you guys enjoyed this rant, and hope you guys think your time of how, because there's some folks like Mikey Morg and anybody else that don't never seen this movie and feel like don't want to. Hope you guys enjoy this rant, and I told you guys what the plot and detail is. It's woke as shit. Nothing's good about it. You guys are right about the negative reviews. Yeah, this movie's bad. It's terrible. Nothing good about it. Just stick with the 74 classic. That's badass. And the very solid, decent remake from 2006. Just stick with those two movies. This movie, you can just skip it. It's a piece of shit. Yeah, so that's my rant, folks. Hope you guys enjoy. Hit the like, subscribe, and take care, folks. June 2000 here with a rant on the 2019 piece of shit remake of Black Christmas. Have a good day, everybody. Bye bye.